ever bitten into an apple or a carrot or a strawberry and immediately felt that your lips are going swollen and tingly and your throat is itchy? These can be signs of the oral allergy syndrome, and actually they're quite connected to hay fever. I'm Zainab, I'm the pharmacist from PillSorted, and I'll explain what's this connection, why does the oral allergy syndrome happen, and how do we treat it. The oral allergy syndrome, or the birch pollen syndrome, or the food pollen syndrome, is quite common. In the general population, it's only 1 to 2%. However, if you have hay fever, this goes up to 70%. So there's quite a higher occurrence. And why does it happen? There is a certain group of proteins in these fruits that are structurally very, very similar to the pollen protein. So if your body is already super sensitive to those allergens in the pollen, they'll be cross-sensitive to these pollens found in the fruit. Birch pollen is the one that gives the most cross-allergy to the food. The season for birch pollen is usually from late March all the way to end of May. And the fruits that are most common to give this cross-sensitivity are like apples, pears, peaches, cherry, carrots, and it can be hazelnuts. While the birch pollen is the most dominant cause of the pollen food syndrome in the UK, there are cross-sensitivity towards other ones as well. So if you have grass allergy, it might cause some cross-sensitivity to some certain fruits and vegetables as well. Grass allergy is usually between May to July, and the food that can have that cross-reaction are tomatoes, watermelon, oranges, and peanuts. There's also the cross-sensitivity with mugwort. So mugwort again is a common plant here in the UK, and it can cause the celery mugwort spice syndrome. So certain spices like cumin, coriander, fennel, you can become sensitive to them if you have the mugwort allergy. The good thing is usually these are not very dangerous, they're just quite annoying. So it wouldn't cause any major allergic reaction. It doesn't cause like anaphylaxis or that sort of thing, but it's usually like a tingling, sore throat, that sort of thing. So how can we treat it? The best way is actually cooking it, because majority of these proteins are heat sensitive. So if you cook the apple, if you cook the carrot, it usually makes the shape of the protein completely disrupted. That's why it won't cause the cross reaction. Sometimes peeling can help. If there's certain fruits like, for example, peaches, if you peel it really well, that can help as well, but it's not as good as the cooking. Some of these cross sensitivities, however, won't get any better if you cook them. So for example, if your allergy is towards celery doesn't go that better with cooking. So just 3 practical tips that could be helpful. First of all, keep a diary, okay? So if you see the tingling coming up and you really don't know what's it about, keep a food diary, and then you can share that with a healthcare professional and we can tell you what kind of cross allergy reaction, or is it the food pollen syndrome or not, okay? Second, during the pollen seasons, avoid the triggers. So most of the time you can get away having these fruits and vegetables raw at other times than your pollen allergy time. So for example, if you're birch pollen allergy, you can have the apple and the carrots during winter time without worrying about having a reaction. And the third one, as I said, cooked varieties usually don't cause any problem. One more important thing, cross-reactivity to some fruit doesn't mean that you're going to get food allergy towards other things. So please don't get this mistaken with other food allergies like egg or fish or milk allergy. They've got nothing to do with each other. These are more about that fruit and plant cross-reactivity. As a recap, if you have hay fever and you get a tingly lip after having some fruit and vegetables, this might be the oral allergy syndrome, and it does happen because your immune system confuses the protein in the fruits and vegetables with the pollens. This video is part of our allergy and hay fever series. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us for that safe clinician-led advice. Thank you.